Hello everyone and welcome back to another Stellaris series. Today we look at the all-new Toxoid DLC that has come out. We'll have a look at all the new alien profile art, explore the new origins and traits for the species whilst we create a completely new alien species together before taking it out for a spin in the wider galaxy. At the same time, we'll be discovering the new content that came out with the latest update that came out alongside the DLC. Without rambling too further, let us take a look at what the DLC brings to the table for the alien species. So first of all, we have the new Toxoid aliens. Now, I already have these guys as an alien species. I also have these guys as an alien species. And I believe I've also got these guys as an alien species. I was playing around earlier with what I can make, but for now, we're going to start with, I think we go for something a bit different. Let's go with these guys. Yeah. Species names, we're going to put that on hold for the time being. As well, and the naming list. So there is 4 new Toxoid naming lists. So you got names such as Spirachi Thamson in the Toxoids 1, and number 2 you have Cochus Maggot Brain. Number 3 you have Hanya Moiniko, and in 4 you have Cheerful to a Fault, Graceless Naysayer, Ragged Idea, Contumacious Bandwagon. God, these are good names. Neon Pendant, Pitiful Riddance, Malcontent Mystique. Oh, I could go on with that one. Awesome naming list. Anyway, we're going to go with Toxoids 1. Are we? Let's go with number 4. Why not? Alright, so looking at traits. Now, there is a heap of traits. So, at first you can only see 3. So you got Incubators, Inorganic Breath, and Noxious. However, if we go down here to Origin, and we were to say pick Overtuned, and then we came back to traits. Oh, look at this. We've got Spliced Adaptability, Juiced Power, Farm Appendages, Dedicated Miner, Technical Talent, Crafted Smiles, Low Maintenance, Augmented Intelligence, Gene Mentorship, Express Tradition, Elevated Synapses, Pre-Planned Growth, and Excessive Endurance that also comes out. Now if we go to the other origin, and we go back to the traits, we don't get anything else. So Overtuned allows us to basically adapt our species to, instead of modifying robots, you're modifying your species. It means you have a shorter lifespan, but boy, is it fun. Ship appearance, this is, I'll show you now, the new Toxoid ship. So these are the corvettes. That's the destroyer, cruiser, battleship, Titan, construction ship, which is a big gaping maw. Then we have the colony ship. This is the science ship. Now the lights do change color depending on what your primary color is. Citadel, Colossus, and the Juggernaut. Let's reverse the colors, shall we? Then go back to ship appearance. See? Got all the orange glowiness instead. And we've got a new room, which is this one. Room 29. So that's the only new room portrait that's come out. To showcase this new DLC out, we're going to go with the Weeble Imperium. Now, I'll just quickly go into edit so you guys can have a quick look at it for yourselves. So they're going with the Toxoid 3 naming convention. I've not decided to go for a ship prefix for these guys. So as you can see, they are noxious. They have incubators. They are communal, but they are fleeting and wasteful. So they live on a tropical world called Avonmar in Saval speaking. I obviously didn't name this. This was just randomly generated. And they've got the starting solar systems, the Toxic Gods Leavings, which again is a new solar system that has come out. There's also another one called Toxic Gods Leaving Sol. So it's our solar system, but with the Toxic Gods Leavings stuff. Yeah, so Knights of the Toxic God, we start with 3 fewer pops than normal, but we get started with the quest for the Toxic God. We also get the Lord Commander, Knight, and Squire jobs, and we get the ability to unlock powerful modifiers for the Knights and your homeworld through the quests. Allows access to the Knightly Duties policy, allows construction of Orders Commandaries, or Commandaries on subject worlds. So these guys are all about imperialism. Hence the reason why we're an imperial race. So I went with scavengers because, again, I feel like these guys would be scrounging what they can to help build the empire. And also made them an imperial cult. So let us start a new game with the Weeble Imperium. Long ago, our planet was divided, petty kings squabbled constantly, and our population bled for their vain ambitions. But with the coming of the first High King, all of this changed. Their inspired leadership forged a kingdom without equal. Above all else, the High King was pious. War was waged against any who denied their god, but still the heretics persisted. The king's prayers were answered when the Toxic God visited our world. Though its time among us was brief, its baneful influence poisoned the lands of the unbelievers. Any who survived pledged fealty to the High King. For the first time, our world was unified. The Toxic God soon left us, but the king, determined to find it, founded an order of knights. For centuries, these valiant souls searched tirelessly, but to no avail. The Toxic God had long since departed from our world. The next chapter of the quest would be written in the stars. With the use of powerful relics, it was the order that built our empire's first orbital station, Mighty Keep. It would become the springboard from which they plunged ever deeper into the cosmos. Alright, so we start here. Alright, let's see what we've got around us. Alright, so we've got minus 14 food, minus 7 consumer goods. That is not good. Pop growth speed. Oh, we can build orbital habitats straight away. Well, let's go with engineering research to begin with. I feel like we need that to be up. Okay, monthly energy credits minus 20%. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, that's interesting. So we start off with 3 fewest pops, but we get 2 places to settle straight away. That's very interesting. Alright, and we do have a science ship, which we're going to have on auto explore. Construction ship, you're going to build mining stations. Well, let's be cautious. Can we build a research station? We can. Should I be spending that amount of minerals that early on in the game? Probably not. But who cares? Who doesn't like a challenge?
Construction completed. Hastily.
Alright, first thing we're going to do is we're going to go with Discovery. Let's build one of these. And we need to also build civilian industries when we can at the early convenience. So what we're going to do is we're going to build another science ship. Start exploring a bit more. Now, if you guys wished for a fleet, a character, a star, a planet, or anything named after you, nothing derogatory, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below of what you want to name, or what you want named after you, or what you want it to be named, and I will put it into the series.
The system has been surveyed.
Let us recruit a new scientist. Oh, cheap. Let's go. And now what we want to do is we wish to build a civilian industries on our home planet. So there's a new thing that you can do now, which you can detox worlds. So if they are toxic, you can detoxify them through a Ascension perk. I believe it is. Oh boy. Where are we losing the money? This start is a lot harder than I anticipated. Everything is going down the toilet.
A system has been surveyed.
That's not what I wanted. Just want to get rid of all the food. Oh no, this is devastating. This is not good. This is really not good. Do I have to deactivate this? Is there a way to do that actually? Yes, dismantle. Agree. Alright, let us sell... Sell all that. Now we've got 1.7k. We now need to buy 500 of that. Let us build one of these. Build us another one of these. And build us one of these. Oh boy. Having the quest for the Toxic God with monthly energy credits minus 20% and alloys minus 10% is quite devastating. Frequency tuning. Ooh, okay. We're going to go with research because more research is always good. I think what I'm going to do is I am going to sell everything we've got. Not everything we've got. How much is it to build this? Alright, now sell everything we've got. The idea is now recapture this so that we can get the resources. So we now wish to buy as much minerals as we possibly can. Oh, you're kidding me! Okay. One of those. One of those. And one of those. And... actually... No. Scratch that. Build one of those. And build one of those. A group of knights just came back from a long quest. Their spaceships are battered and their power armors have been seen better days. It was a grueling journey that yielded scarce yet precious insight about the Toxic God. Despite the hardships endured, spirits are high, for they did not come back empty-handed, and their stories will make fine additions to the Chronicles. Alright, first Ascension Perk. I'm thinking we're going to go with Technological Ascendancy. Increase the chance of getting rare stuff. New research. Let us get mining station output. Plague Bearer Order, Theocratic Dictatorship. Let us sell everything we've got.
An anomaly has been found.
Capacity subsidies and energy grid. That's going to be good for us.
A system has been surveyed.
What will get me more money? Resources from jobs plus 5% stability. Let's go with that one. And let's get you over to here. Build this one. So that we can get these resources.
An anomaly has been found.
Mining station output plus 10%. That will help us a lot.
Has been surveyed.
And I mean a lot. Specialist pop output. Let's go with that one. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Generator district, yes. Don't think I'm going to be a large empire somehow.
A system has been surveyed.
Food we're doing fine for. Off-world trading company.
Construction completed.
Money.
Hastily.
Alright, you guys need jobs. Civilian industries will probably be the thing I'm going to be going for next. No. Yeah.
Construction completed.
Don't care about happiness. Might have a civil revolt here. This is not looking good. Alright, we're positives in everything now. Knight Delmika Venara, thy reckless behaviour almost brought death upon 5 of your fellow knights. Thou art of pure heart, and thy goals are noble, but transgressions against the order cannot be overlooked. The knight commander was stern and severe. Around him all the knights were present, either in the flesh or via holocoms. They stood silent as the commander spoke. By my powers, I stripped thee of knighthood and banished thee from the order. May fate have mercy upon thee. Delmika Venara bowed, deposited the insignia of the order on the hanger's floor, then turned without a word and climbed aboard a small ship. Later chronicles would report that the banished knights Delmika Venara knew sentence to be fair, but it did little to ease her grief. When one's whole life has been in service of the Order, to be cut from it is like losing a limb. As she had done so many times before, Delmika Venara flew out of the keep's hangar and into the great beyond. This time, there would be no return. Oh, okay. That's unfortunate. Right, let us start looking at colonizing a new planet, which we can't do because alloys. The Tale of Knight Delmika Venara, the Sage. Cast out from the Order, Delmika Venara made her way deep into a nebula. On a previous quest, she and her squire met a sage living in a secluded moon. Great was their knowledge and greater their powers, for they belonged to a coven of shroud witches. Delmika Venara was in need of guidance and hoped to find solace in the sage's advice. Stories tell that Delmika Venara renounced her weapons and spent months amongst the sage's students. On this moon, the values of the Order mattered little, and while chivalry was respected, it was not an end in itself. Many were the lessons imparted by the sage, but the ambition of Delmika Venara was an unquenchable thirst. The quest called, and she would answer once more. It was late at night when the sage came to visit Delmika Venara. They handed back the weapons that the knight had abandoned, along with a data crystal. Thy squire is in grave danger. Thou art knight no more, but the young one's life rests in thy hands. Go now, the perilous nebula awaits. Energy credits. Holy crap, do we need those? Tell Knight Delmika Venara the Fae. The information led Delmika Venara to an asteroid field. Anchored to one of the largest rocks was the Damsel, an ancient corvette. Next to it, a number of the Order's ships betrayed the presence of a knight. Worryingly, its distress beacon was active. Delmika Venara enters cautiously, stepping into the theatre of a brutal fight. Weapon impacts, both ancient and recent, littered the walls, and fragments of robots were strewn around. A little further in, the lifeless remains of a knight of the Order, and the trail of a wounded Weebold beckoned Delmika. Deep within, the banished knight found a body in stasis, her squire's body. Monitors showed that the young Arithipus Ojala was wounded but stable. However, when Delmika Venara approached, the ship's security system word online, a chilling voice echoed, "Step back, marauder, thou art not welcome aboard." "Stay thy weapons, I am no marauder." Xenopol. Let me get a good look at thee. Indeed, please accept my apologies for the confusion. I am known as Xenopol. I am the sentient heir of the ship. How did my fellow knight die? Knight, sayest thou, were thou related? If so, accept my condolences and another apology. For them treated to be a marauder. When I asked what they leave the ship, they became highly aggressive. Several of my main destroyers were destroyed trying to stop them. And my squire, what art thou doing to him? Thy squire made me realize the mistake I'd made. He had been wounded in the fight and lost consciousness soon after. I placed him in this medical stasis so that he may heal. Ever since my crew was abducted by marauders, I have been very lonely here. I hope to enjoy thy squire's company for a moment after he healed. What did the marauders do? I was hacked and taken offline when they approached, but once I overcame their hex cast upon me, the security footage showed them capturing the crew after a fierce fight. They've probably taken them into slavery. My databanks indicate that marauders often do that. All this was long ago. It took ages to repair myself after the hack. Many parts of my memory banks are still locked even to me because of it, but tell me, if thou art a knight, what is thy quest? We're looking for the toxic god. I have multiple records of encounters with toxic spacefaring entities. Unfortunately, most of my memories are locked. I can access the index of the records, but not the information itself. If I help thee, I want thee to take me off the ship. I long for contact with other sentient beings. Wouldst thou bring me to thy lord? Certainly, fair AI. The return to the Order's keep was momentous. There within the Great Hall, Xenopol revealed that they had contact with an entity very similar to the toxic god sought by the Order. However, much of the AI's memories was encrypted and would require a lot of work before the Order could access it. As for Delmika Venara, she not only put her life on the line by coming back, but also managed to bring a tangible clue and save Squire Aripus Ojala. For this, the Lord Commander took the decision to lift the banishment and dubbed Delmika Venara a knight again. Ooh, do we go for the Unity, which is quite low at the moment? Let's go for the Unity. Let's go for that one. Yep.
Construction completed. Hastily.
I needed more lines for this new voiceover, I think.
Aliens have learned to speak our language.
Ah, here we go. We've got the authority of Volardia. You share the same divine heritage Voldarians. If you remember rightly, these are one of the races that I created. Kudos if you know the origin of the name. Ah, we lost Dressel. Bottoms. Ah, the tar. Why is everything hostile to us? Or are we just hostile to everything? Oh, they're going to tap the dubious abyss from us.
A system has been surveyed.
Shakes fists. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yep. You Valadian bottom poos. We've got a new contact. Hey, the Alliance of Havenstar. Sandar Corporation. I don't know these guys. Not like they will work to death though. Pun intended. Civilization of Machines. The tar. See?
A system has been surveyed.
We don't like them because they're robots.
Aliens have learned to speak our language.
Okay. Most peaceful robotic race I've ever made, and we have to be enemies with them. That's unfortunate. Alright. Construction ship. Start capturing more land, methinks. By land, I mean stars. Settle this. Let's call it Dreadum. 3. We need to start expanding our empire now. That's a bit on the short scale, or small scale rather. Awesome. I think what we're going to do is wait for this colony to develop, and that's what we're going to call it for this episode. God, these guys are expanding real big. Oh, the Omni. Oh, no. Oh, you're kidding me. We're really hemmed in, aren't we? Actually, we're going to build another one.
A system has been surveyed.
And they're going to grab that immediately, as soon as possible, because look at this. They're hard pushing. Alright, construction ship. Build. ASAP. Go, go, go. Capture that before the Omni do. Holy crap. So we are going to be cut off from being able to capture all of this, which is unfortunate.
Colony established. One more place to live out your pitiful lives.
Oh, okay. Let's have a look what we've got here. Food, we could do with some more, so let's build one of those. Energy is looking pretty solid for the time being, so we do need some more civilian industry, so we'll build one of those. Democratic Pirates Republic of Malkir, hello. No. Transcendent Learning. Imperial Prerogative, no. Nihilistic, no. I think what we're going to do is we're going to sit on that Ascension Perk for the time being. Wait for some more technology to come forth that we can utilize for the other Ascension Perks that are currently locked. These guys have also closed borders with me, so let's do the same with them. The next thing we would like to do is go into Fleet Manager, and we are going to increase that to 20. We are now going to purchase as much as we humanly can. So it looks like the only way out of this hole that we find ourselves in is war. We are really hemmed in here. That is disgusting. Alright, the Tale of Knights Hiskio and Sina. Departure. Worry not, for I shall soon return, and if fate favours me, I shall bear with me fresh news of the deity. Tales tell of the knight Hiskio Pujata, who left the keep many years ago on a secretive mission never to return. Such was his prowess that many refused to believe he had perished. Even though his return was long overdue, among them was his partner, Knight Sina Orvanen. Long did she search for clues as to Hiskio Pujata's destination. Finally, she discovered a dusty parchment in a hidden compartment of their quarters. Through the parchment, though the parchment was faded and crumpled, 2 words had been circled numerous times. Malvonius Cluster. The Knight Commander swiftly proved a quest to pursue this lead. May fortune favour the signer. Oh, yes. Perk. We are probably going to be looking at supremacy, because it does appear we need to go to war with our neighbours, which is unfortunate, but It is what it is. Oh, it was no easy feat for Night Signer or Venan to locate the Malvonius Cluster. Certainly was not on any map known to the Divine Empire. The chronicles tell of how she travelled far and wide until at last she came across a people who recognized the name. Travel for 60 days rimwards of Alioth, and there shalt thou find the Malvonius Cluster, they spoke. Little is known about the place, for no traveller has been there in living memory. It is said that the cluster is barren and bereft of life. If thou goest there, then good fortune be upon thee, for we do not know what thou shalt find. And so Signer Olvin set off post-haste. When Signer Olvinin arrived in the Malvonius cluster, she found that it was indeed empty, and for the first time she felt despair. This had been a most promising lead, but now it seemed as it had all been for naught. Then, as if emerging from a dream, senses revealed a planet shrouded in darkness, its orbit entwined in the space betwixt the stars. Bestowing upon it the name Shadowed Princess, she laid in a cause for it. Arriving at Shadowed Princess, Signer Olvinin found clear signs of the toxic god. Substances alike to those left on Nyananvyama after the entity's passing were here present in great quantities. Even better, a light spaceship was discovered, almost intact, save for significant corrosion that had compromised its hull. However, elation quickly turned to sorrow, and Signer Olvinin wept as she located a corroded Weebol skeleton nearby. The craft, all that remained of Hiskio Pajala. The long sojourn in the darkness of space has caused the god's poison to react unexpectedly, concentrating to such a degree that it could only be handled with extreme caution. It was clear for Signer Olvinin that the toxic god frequented the Malvonius cluster several centuries before it visited Nyanavima, with no further clues as to the god's current location. Signer Olvinin returned home. Samples of the deity's toxins retrieved by Signer Olvinin greatly advanced the Order's knowledge of the entity's properties. For this she was feted, and ever since songs have been sung about her travels. Ooh, plus 10% weapons damage. All science. Let's go with science. Regulated growth. Input size from systems. Okay, let's support that. Cooperative channels. Let's support that. Yeah, we're relatively super weak in this. Resolutions. Yeah, let's propose that. I think that's where we should end today's episode. We've done quite a bit. We have made an alien race from scratch, and looking at the new civics and traits whilst doing so, and what they bring to the game. We didn't play them, but we are playing another Toxoid race that has probably one of the more of the highlighted origin stories for the DLC, that is. We've also started developing our own Star Empire. I would like to reiterate that if you wish for a planet, fleet, ship, or anything I can name in the game after you, or something you wish to be named that isn't derogatory in nature, leave a comment in the comment section below. Stay tuned to the channel for what's coming next. Tomorrow a video should be coming out for City Skylines and looking at the new Plazas and Promenades DLC that dropped for it last week whilst my computer was out of action. And then we should have some more Farthest Frontier and Transport Fever 2 coming out as well in the next few days. Also Sapiens. For now, I have been your host, Sci-Fi. Until next time, take care.